Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for Profiles in E-commerce, our Stamps.com interview series with leaders in the online retail industry. My name is Eric Nash. I'll be your host for today, and our topic will be e-commerce parcel delivery, and specifically how the U.S. Postal Service is competing in this dynamic market. Over the past 5 years, the Postal Service has experienced strong growth in its package business. And looking at the most recent years, the Postal Service's growth has outpaced the growth of its competitors, particularly in the key battleground of e-commerce. For example, in 2016, the Postal Service's domestic mailing and package revenue was up 16%, while FedEx and UPS were up only 10% and 4%, respectively, during that same period. Today, we're really excited to talk to Jim Cochrane, the Chief Customer, Marketing, and Sales Officer of the Postal Service. Jim will be sharing some insights into what has driven the Postal Service's success in growing their package business. In his current role as Chief Customer, Marketing, and Sales Officer, Jim Cochrane reports to the Postmaster General, and he oversees all domestic and international product marketing, development, management, and product innovation. He's also responsible for the Postal Service's sales and customer relation areas. Jim has worked for the Postal Service for 41 years, and he's had many roles, including Vice President of Product Information, Vice President of Product Visibility and Operational Performance, and most recently, Chief Information Officer. Jim, thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations on the amazing success of the Postal Service.
It's my pleasure, and thank you.
All right, well, let's get right into the questions. A big driver of your recent success has been in e-commerce, where you've become the market leader delivering more e-commerce packages than any other delivery company. What has allowed the Postal Service to achieve success in this area?
Well, I think it's the capabilities that we have, where we will travel 4 million miles today, and we'll go to 155 million addresses, and we do that 6 days a week. And it allows us to have a unique relationship, in particular with consumers, as we're at their door or in their mailbox or on their porch every 6 days a week. So you leverage that, and the asset is an important part of the Postal Service. We're a delivery company, and it's the reason why even traditional competitors like UPS and FedEx give us hundreds of millions of packages to deliver for them, because it's a better solution for customers. So, and then of course we have great partners, but you have to deliver world-class service. It's got to be reliable. You got to have excellent tracking and information and visibility. And once again, I think that combination of our capabilities, the infrastructure that we have, combined with our execution, is let us rise to the top.
You oversee product innovation at the Postal Service, and you've been very active in this area over the last several years. You've introduced quite a few new and exciting products, along with enhancing existing products in order to help shippers save money and be more efficient. What have been some of your biggest successes?
Well, I think the flat rate boxes and envelopes that we launched over a period of time, probably in the last 10 years, have really served us well. It takes some of the mystery out of shipping. If it fits, it ships was the tagline years ago. And I think that's been very helpful for us. Gary Reblin, our product innovation vice president, introduced cubic pricing, which allowed us to recognize packaging that is done in a very efficient way. And so if it's a little heavy, and yet it's within a certain size, customers are able to ship at a lower cost. I think a lot of the innovation that we've done is also operational innovation. We had to improve our capabilities, from everything from our tracking system to parcel sorters that we deployed in our processing centers, to technology in all of our post offices to help us execute in the most efficient way possible, so we continue to have the lowest prices in the marketplace.
That's great. Well, do you expect the pace of innovation? You mentioned it's been over a period of time with the Priority Mail flat rate products, but do you expect the pace of innovation to continue here? And are there any new products on the horizon that you could share with us?
Well, one of the things we've done is realizing how society and customers have become more mobile in how they consume information. We've launched. We're in the process of launching this year an informed delivery app and email, and you can go to our portal. But it allows you to manage the experience of all the packages coming at you on a daily basis. You touch the informed delivery app on your phone. It's available on both iOS and Google, and what it does is it gives you all the packages that are going to be delivered to you that day, as well as the mail pieces, and that's the newest piece, is adding visibility to mail pieces so you can begin the buying experience. So I think that as an organization, we're trying to do everything in our power to improve the customer experience of both mailing and shipping. And so, stay tuned. We're not done there, but there's some really exciting things going on that I think will really improve the buying experience and the delivery experience.
Yeah, as a current informed delivery user, I can tell you that it is a really great product, and I've been really excited to use it because now I'm able to log in. I'm using it via email, but I'm able to log in and see what mails come into my inbox for the day. So it's been a great opportunity.
Do the app. The app gives you both mail and packages in the same place.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Back in 2006, the Postal Service was, for the first time, allowed to offer custom negotiated rates to different customers via negotiated service agreements, or more commonly referred to as NSAs. How important has the pricing flexibility afforded by these NSAs been to your success?
Well, it was just, we were in a period, I was running the shipping business for us from a product perspective back in the early, from 2001 through 2006. So previous to the law change, I had to give the same price to a consumer as I did to Amazon or Home Shoppers Network or J.C. Penney. So that didn't make any sense. It didn't allow us to compete with the commercial players. So the ability to do negotiated service agreements that are, once again, the regulator scrutinizes them and makes sure that there's no cross-subsidization and that our packages are, in fact, covering their costs. So I can't write any NSAs that are below cost, but it allows us to compete better for the larger shippers and to really customize a solution that looks at everything from the size of the packaging, the amount of the volume, where the packages are going to. So all that matters, and once again, I think the key issue is to grow with our customers. Now, we try to recognize their growth as they ship more with us. There's a reward for that, I'll say. So it's really helpful for us, and it's been a really nice addition to our portfolio.
With kind of what you just said, where you're kind of both growing with the customer, is the main concept of the NSAs to use these discounts to win new business, or kind of foster existing business and keep helping it grow?
It's all of the above, right? So we definitely want to go after new business, and that's where our success has been. The last 5 years, Chris Rucker and his sales team have been out there very aggressively trying to understand customers' issues and provide solutions that are competitive in the marketplace. And so obviously, because we don't have things like surcharges, residential surcharges, and extended area surcharges, and rural surcharges, there's a nice ability to craft a solution that can save a shipper money. So pretty successful for us in using NSAs to attract new clients, and at the same time using NSAs to keep existing business. It's very competitive out there. And once again, we have world-class customers that we compete with and partner with in DHL and UPS and FedEx. So, but I think customers win on this. At the end of the day, the ability to provide NSAs, keep the cost of shipping, in particular free shipping, it helps people manage their spend a little bit better if the marketplace is competitive and that we're all competing rigorously for customers' business. And that's the reality of the marketplace we compete in.
Yeah, talking about surcharges, that's a great segue here into our next question. And looking at your competitors, their product pricing includes significant hidden costs, such as fuel surcharges and residential delivery surcharges. And UPS recently announced that they'll be adding a peak season surcharge for deliveries during the holidays. The Postal Service has always taken a straightforward approach with no hidden costs and no surcharges. How has this more straightforward approach contributed to your success in the market?
Well, it's for us. It's as I established earlier, we're going everywhere every day, and so we are very different in how we do delivery from our competitors. And so I understand why they have residential surcharges. It's a different cost than a business delivery, and I understand why rural delivery is a little more challenging than some of the urban delivery. And so, but for us, we're going to go 4 million miles today, and we're going to go to buy every house today. So our ability to stop takes away the fact that we need to be maybe less dependent on trying to cover like that added cost. Cover the cost, but because we're going there and filling the truck up becomes the challenge, right? So it's worked well for us. It cuts through the clutter. It's still a mystery. A lot of customers don't realize until they get their bill at the end of the month that their discount isn't always what they think it is. But once again, it's becoming very competitive. It's a common practice in some cases for our competitors to discount some of those surcharges. But once again, customers have to really, understand what they're really paying, and that's one of the things we message as we're out talking to customers and crafting solutions for them. So yeah, we sell against it, and it works to our advantage.
5 years ago, the Postal Service had a reputation for lower tracking accuracy compared to the other carriers. But we've seen package tracking improve dramatically at the Postal Service to the point that we now view you as the leader in tracking. I know you were the Chief Information Officer at the Postal Service and that you led the charge for many of these improvements in tracking. How were you able to engineer such a dramatic change to package tracking, and are there any additional things you're working on in this area?
Well, once again, we had to make a capital investment in it. It was a customer-facing system. It was a fact that we had a lot of the same events. We didn't have them as timely as we needed to. Our devices that we were using would store the delivery events all day until we got back to the post office. So we had to replace our product tracking system and modernize it and put it into a more robust solution. And then we replaced all the scanners. Now, for us to replace all the devices, we have an intelligent mail device that we use out on the street. It's all real-time information. If we do a scan, when we built the tracking system and we deployed the new scanners, our challenge was to post within a minute. So if I do a scan, I want to see somebody getting a text a minute later. And that call to action, I'll say, created a real significant re-architecture of both our technology and the devices that we use. It was an investment in the future. It was an investment in our customer-facing systems, and really an investment in customer experience. It allowed for a much stronger customer experience, but it also leveled the playing field because we now think we have tracking that's every bit as robust as anyone else. We're not done. We're moving towards predicting delivery. Doing a lot of testing right now, that layering the geofencing that we've done on all the addresses, and really want to get to a point that we can tell any customer within a 2-hour period when their packages are going to be delivered. So that's an enhancement that's being tested right now, and of course the ability to track where your package is, map style, kind of like the Uber of how people want to consume information. Everyone's really getting comfortable with geospatial information, so we're also testing that also.
Yeah, that would be really great. Everybody would be so excited, I think, to see their package on its way and literally seeing where it's going to or how far away it is to your house. So that sounds great. For online retailers, returns are a significant friction point in e-commerce. How does the Postal Service compete in this area, and can you share with us any future programs you're working on?
Sure. It is one of those challenges that as e-commerce grows, returns grow also, and especially as people more and more move to the apparel sectors, they tend to have a higher return rate than, say, electronics or music and things of that nature. So as apparel online grows, returns grow, and so what we bring to the table is really a ubiquitous retail presence. One of the things we've discovered early on in this is customers are even though we provide free pickup on packages at the house, there's just some anxiety on the customer's part, even though they come home to packages on their porch every day, to go to work and leave a package on the porch. So your ability to hand that off to someone becomes an important part. The industry term is trunk time. They'll put it in their trunk and drive around for a week because it's not convenient to maybe hand it off to one of our competitors. We have over 31,000 post offices, so everyone knows where their post office is. It's conveniently located, and more often we're allowing 24/7 access, and we're looking at the ability to have somebody can walk in after hours and have access to a device that scans their package and also opens up a drum so they can deposit the package. So you can under a certain weight, you can put it in and size, you can put it in one of our convenient mailboxes. If you're comfortable, you can schedule a carrier to pick it up during their normal rounds for free. And, of course, you have the access to all the post offices. So, once again, there's still a technology piece to this to continue to make it easier, and we're working on other opportunities to expand so people have 24/7 access to return packages. It is a point of friction, and it's not as mature as the rest of the shipping business. I've seen customers that I think do a great job on the outbound, but returns are a place that people still probably need to put a little focus. Because I think it's a cost center in some ways, and you need to make sure you're doing everything just like you would with an outbound package to drive the cost out of your inbound and returns.
Yeah, I was just at an event last week, and the USPS reps demonstrated automated package drop at some post offices.
Indeed.
Yeah, and it was an e-commerce event. Everybody really was excited about that, and I could see returns really playing right into that.
Yeah, you got to make it easy, and I think you use the term frictionless. That's the challenge. We're trying to be frictionless on returns and provide a solution that's world class, just like the outbound solutions we provide.
In 2009, the Postal Service began a program that it calls Resellers. What does that term mean, and how does the Postal Service view the reseller program and its role in growing postal package revenue?
Well, resellers are a fact of American commerce, and if you think about it, if you need a new, we're in the middle of summer here, and it's pretty hot on the East Coast, and I'm sure it is everywhere around the country. So if your air conditioning breaks, you're gonna call somebody that tends to be a local player. And they're resellers for a big manufacturer, say Carrier or somebody. So whether it's cars or software, appliances, you can go on and on. It's how business gets done in the United States. And for us, we had a focus on large customers, but we didn't have a focus on small and medium-sized business, and we weren't resourced against them. So we thought resellers were an excellent opportunity to bring our brand and our solutions, our shipping solutions, down market to smaller volume, shippers. So, once again, when they have a 100,000 or 250,000 square foot warehouse and they're a big player in e-commerce, we know they're there and everybody knows they're there. But when they're only shipping 5-10 packages a day, how do you find those customers? And that's where resellers have been a very effective addition to the Postal Service portfolio. Now, on the mail side, that's a common fact. We have great business partners, the printers in the United States, the Quad Graphics and the Randalls and the Hart Hanks and Donnellys are all strong players in the print business. So we work closely with those business partners to provide the best solution for somebody that wants to do a mail campaign or present bills, the Pitney Bowes of the world. Once again, partnering with companies like that, it brings the best solutions to customers. And we looked at, resellers and things like PC postage providers like Stamps.com and Pitney and Indicia as excellent partners on bringing the best solution to customers.
Looking backward a little bit, to what extent has the reseller program contributed to past growth and helping the Postal Service become the leader in e-commerce packages?
Well, once again, it's a niche, right? It goes after mostly small, medium-sized business. It gave us solutions there, and that's a growth engine in the economy. I mean, if you think about the early days of resellers, it was mostly marketplace activity, eBay and Amazon, the marketplaces, and so providing a solution there was really important for us. So it's certainly contributed to the success that we're experiencing. And once again, we've grown this into $1 billion. I think last year we did about $7 billion in the channel that is coming out of the world of PC postage and resellers. So together, those solutions have really crafted a nice segment solution for us for the small and medium-sized business.
And with that, do you see the reseller program continuing to be a growth strategy for the future?
Well, if it's growing to the tune that ours is, and it gives us solutions down market where we don't have the sales team to interact, I don't see any reason why it wouldn't continue to serve both customers and the needs of the Postal Service going forward.
You've mentioned a few times that the parcel delivery market is so competitive. And, we see that all across the board and how they're marketing the services. With the reseller program, is that helping you keep existing business now that everybody's kind of going after each market? UPS, FedEx, all the competition is going after small businesses now as well. So is the reseller program helping you keep existing business, or is it really focused more for just going after new business?
I think it's both. So if you have people that are shipping through that channel, it works for us. If they're not shipping with us, going after some of that business also works for us. So it's both. I mean, once again, we have to continue to serve customers and find new customers and enhance the value we bring to customers. So it's all part of that same equation.
Stamps.com and its subsidiary Indicia have had an 18-year business partnership with the Postal Service. How important are partners like Stamps.com and Indicia and other PC postage vendors to the Postal Service, and how have these partnerships helped grow package revenue?
Well, I think the best solution is way back when getting a shipping system was an important issue, if you remember those days, and they still go on. Our competitors were out there providing built-in shipping systems as part of the contractual relationship. And we didn't have that, and we didn't want to go down that path. So, the integration into a WMS system, the integration into somebody's business, into their warehouse management system, is a challenge, and it's a constantly evolving challenge. And so, using partners like Indicia and Stamps.com, now we have EasyPost, Pitney Bowes, Neopost, all these world-class brands are working to provide solutions from, I'll say, a software platform, and more importantly, the data integration, the software integration that has to be done. So having partners to do that for us was an important part of our strategy, and it's worked well for us over the years.
And as a final question, can you share any strategies that you and the executive team at the Postal Service have for future growth?
Well, I think I said earlier, it's a highly competitive marketplace. We have partners. We deliver for business partners like Amazon and UPS and FedEx, and once again, that's every day we compete for that business. And so, if I had to focus our strategy, it's just a laser focus on keeping our costs down, so we can stay competitive on price. Laser focus on execution, that we're delivering the best service in the marketplace. And finally, just doing everything in our power to improve the end customer experience. We're that interaction. We represent it. We have our ads that we run right now. Your business is our business. We take that very seriously. We represent a shipper's brands on the porch, in the mailbox, at the front door, and we do that in a very professional way. The focus on continuing to improve the customer experience, whether it's mobile solutions and apps, or just continue to let the customer customize how they want things delivered, I think is where we're going to continue to see evolutions on this. So, once again, food takes a different type of delivery than a package that's got a sweater in it. So, once again, I think you'll see more customization from the Postal Service because we have to keep up with the changing needs of customers.
Jim, thank you for joining us today, and we wish you and the Postal Service continued success with the amazing growth you've generated.
I appreciate that. Thanks for the opportunity to spend some time with you. It is an interesting market space that if you're in e-commerce, it's an interesting space, and it continues to evolve. We got to make sure we're evolving with it.